Hi, Taurus. Alright, welcome to this place. Happy July. Or whenever you arrive. Okay, I'm kind of feeling sassy today. That's fine with me. So, there's something about like... Okay, I don't know how long ago this was. Maybe it's recently. I feel like there's something that's also like 5 years ago, 6, 7 years ago. It's like you were misunderstood. Someone was really misunderstood. I heard I'm saying the same things as like everybody else. It's not like a person was super smart. They are smart. But they were, okay, this is what I'm seeing. It's like someone was way ahead of the game. They're kind of like a way ahead of the curve kind of thing. And maybe that's why people think, all right, you have to, let's take everything, okay, let's take this with a grain of salt, because it is all depending, right? You know your own weaknesses, for instance. Right? When we stay too long with something, when we know it's super toxic, that's a different story. We're talking about being ahead of the curve, being super smart, not trying to prove anything, but like maybe that's a part of why people think Taurus energy is slow. It's because you are so ahead of the curve that if you just went and like and said and went go every time someone said go, you would be so far ahead that like no one could understand you. You'd have a hard time understanding even yourself, the stars. Okay. So there's something with that. I also feel like there's some sort of like algorithm happening. I don't know how else to explain that. Like, I guess, let me try. So, people are going to be reminded of that which they haven't seen for a while. It's like something that was sort of hidden in the sidelines or like hidden in the shadows. Because this is the thing. If you feel like you've been hidden in the shadows about something, you're not hiding anymore. It's not in the shadows anymore because it's like the world now understands. I hope we're not yelling, even though I kind of want to be like, yahoo! Like maybe there's an excitement that finally it's just like, oh wait, I'm alive. I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. Other people understand me. Other people are now saying the same things that I've been saying I heard for an eternity. Okay, interesting. Taurus. So someone's gaining some kind of acknowledgement. At very least emotionally in themselves, where they're like, I don't need to fight with myself anymore about that or try to pretend to be something else because, again, I heard someone doesn't understand me. But you know what happens, though, because you got a little bit of Aquarius in you, when something becomes popular, do you get turned off by it? I know I do. Somebody tries to tell me, anything that's got, like, too many hits on it, I'm like, why is that? How much did you pay for that to be in my face right now? You know what I mean? I mean, some things could be magically just happening, but the reality is most things are manipulated, especially when we're dealing with, air magic is weird, right? Writing, communicating, internet things, what have you. We got to bring it back down. That's why, this is interesting. Okay, Taurus. I just completely lost track of time. This should probably be you're an extended reading. Alright, we on 5 minutes. I think you can handle that. let me see if I can make this a little bit brighter for you. I felt like turning around my whole camera setup. Like, it's nice to have a monitor to, like, see what's going on or hear what's going on in a certain way, but, like, I'm just not that worried. Okay, so July. Let's actually choose one for your inner child quickly. Respect yourself. Respect yourself is what your inner child wants you to know, and the undercurrent is give thanks. Okay, that's your overall energy. So kitty cats are important. Someone's working on their middle section too. I feel like someone has like a throat tattoo. Or I'm seeing those, like, I guess lots of different cultures wear them, but, like, I think it's generally women will wear the ones, like, up their throat. So what necklaces are you wearing around your neck? What do you got around your neck right now? And what do you have on top of your head? Taurus. Alright. Respect yourself. What's that with? The High Priestess. So you know how you need to respect yourself right now. I feel like most of you are already on this trip. It's not something we have to, I heard, over-discuss it. I don't think we need to over-discuss this. This particularly says, sola facta, solum devam sequor. Sequor? Being alone. Woman, I follow the Creator alone. So particularly if you are single and a female, you need to especially respect yourself and ways of your body. If you want to be treated like a queen, then you have to treat yourself. You have to act like one. It's not like you just got to feel like one. You have to act like one. The actions that are taken are... Because this cat's almost like a princess versus a queen. But the High Priestess is more of a higher leveling. But the cat princess energy, if you will, this little kitten energy, was about your inner child. So that's not supposed to be super adult. So that's actually in the right place. Something's in the right place. I hope this is making... Live together in peace and tranquility. If you have children, if you have children, they need to have a place of rest and peace. Someone needs to be functioning in that way. Like, okay, I need to have a good place for my children to be. If your children are grown and they are grown-ass adults, they take care of themselves, I see that it's nice to have a place for your inner child to be. Creative space. Someone's definitely Buddhist, right? They like a place in the backyard, maybe. Okay. Oh, the moon is actually in your sign. We have the moon card here. The moon is in your sign, which is exalted. It takes a long time to realize that kind of knowledge, High Priestess. So remember, you're way ahead of the curve in some capacity or another. Someone here is ahead of the curve. Again, they felt... It's like they knew the mysteries of the universe, so they understood some kind of deep level of something, or someone came across this person, because this could have been, okay, say you're the one that came across this person back in the day. I don't know, again, if this was recently, or if this, I feel like, though, there was something about, like, handful years ago, where someone came across someone and they were like, this person is magic. Like, I don't understand everything that they're saying, or, like, or what they're doing, but like, I know that they know something. Like, I know that I want to know them and I understand them. I mean, the magic flows both ways, because whether this was you who was way ahead of the curve or them as I heard the presenter of the situation, people still understood one another, so they're on kind of the same page, right? Because some people are more like a tree. They're like in the background, and then other people are like, hey, look at me. Different story, right? Other people are like, I want to work together with you. Some people are willing to bend. Some people just... Well, I heard some people want to be in charge. Some people are more snuggly. Feel protected. I love this card. So the point is that someone doesn't feel alone anymore in something. And I do feel like something is coming back to a person. Especially Taurus rising has been this. That's a pretty rough. It's jolting. And it's been going through your whole 12th house for the last 7 years. So maybe you want to go into that. Okay? That's a big one. Lilith has also been sitting in your house of other people. So, like, that's a 9-month process, but that's a little bit different. We don't even talk about that right now. Pluto's here. Sirius is there. Ten of Cups and the Justice card. Look, if something breaks, let's see if you can fix it. If something breaks, if something's too heavy on one side, I feel like, how heavy do you blame yourself for the times when you felt like, I can't explain myself? Do you know what I mean? I don't know if this is intellectually or emotionally. Maybe even at work, like it could be something artistic. Again, like if someone's just like, how do you do that? How did you do that? Or why did you do that? And it's like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how. I don't know. Because I think if it's fluid, this High Priestess, Page of Cups, 10 of Cups, the moon energy, it's just like, well, that's just who I am. I don't know where it's coming from. Say it's in ways of ideas or creativity. It's like someone's way, and to me, Taurus is interesting because I find the energy of Taurus to be, you are way ahead astrologically, even if you know nothing about astrology. It's fascinating, actually, how in tune. But you do kind of wait to the last minute for certain things. But with Uranus being there, it's like, I feel like it's been causing a bit of jolting. So we asked a question. We said, if it breaks, can we fix it? Well, I'm trying to figure out whether if this is your problem or not. Libations. If this is somebody, whose problem, whose break is it? Like, for instance, I heard someone could tell us someone else's story, right? Which could stir an emotion. It makes something move within. But that doesn't fix the problem. It helps. It can help, but it doesn't fix it. Interesting. So someone has a problem with excess. Pardon me. Whoa, and it's like I'm looking down at this libations card. It's like when we're belching. It's very... There's a lot. So there's an alcoholic in the family. Somewhere. It's like too much. Now, what are we talking... Okay, are you the drunk? Are you the addict? Even if you're not the drunk, how are you an addict? Because when we grew up with one, we become addicted somehow, right, to something. Interesting reading, Taurus. Why is his... I don't like the way she chose justice. I don't like the image personally. I mean, it says the balance must not be overladen, which is true. It shouldn't. Temperance. But I heard it shouldn't... You don't want it to break and to hurt you. I'm seeing someone with like a rubber band. Someone needs to temper their... What are we talking about here? These cards are pretty strong. Alright, Taurus, look. Back to it. I want to reel this back in. We're going to go further in Patreon if I have some time. Let's see. So again, this is part human, like part man, part woman, all angel. 1 foot on the water, 1 foot on the land. And that's with the high priestess, which is like in this world and in the spiritual world, right? This is a human in this physical world, and then this angelic, whatever, flying being, air, again, the air being, is then in the spiritual world. Someone's trying to bring something. I don't know if someone's trying to bring something to them. I think how they're feeling, how do I explain that? I guess we're not supposed to. I heard it ain't nobody's business. So somebody might want to be up in your business, Taurus, because they're jealous. They want to know, again, how you do what you do. I wouldn't give people your secrets. Don't tell them your secret sauce. Don't. You want to sprinkle a little knowledge here and then, do that if you want to, but I wouldn't go too far with it, because unfortunately, people either aren't going to understand, or they're going to take your secret sauce, which kind of isn't that secret, because you're just doing, I heard, something that's from the land. From the air and the land. Someone has a Pisces moon, or a moon in the 12th house. So someone has karma with their mother. I heard you'll know when that's over when you start taking care of yourself. Hangman and the Justice card. Yeah, that's because Libra's the one that cuts the hangman down from it, right? You have 4 majors in all the corners. Huh. And 2 people in the middle. So something might feel a little bit tight, Hangman. I heard something or somebody is wanting you to be brave and bold and to do something that you probably haven't done before. Again, maybe this is just over the last couple years you haven't done it. Or it's like the last 5. I'm seeing when Uranus shifted. So what is that? 5, 6, 7 years ago? But this might even been, the Hangman is 12 years ago. So this could be something that you're really meant to invest yourself in, Taurus. Something you weren't able to invest in yourself, or it's when you were young, when you were younger. I don't know, I heard if you had to take care of like a sibling, or if you had to, like, the child had to be an adult too soon, or I don't know, you just had to take care of your kids and you couldn't take care of yourself. So it's like you had to put other responsibilities ahead of yourself. I guess this is a time for you to, again, there's a Queen of Wands again. This is a time for you to do something kind of for yourself, although it really benefits, I heard it really benefits others as well. I could also see that there's some kind of guilt energy, releasing guilt. I heard for not choosing. For not choosing. I think that not is in like brackets. For not choosing. Releasing guilt for choosing. Releasing guilt for not choosing. Okay. It's like the sand in the I'm seeing sand in the hourglass. And what's interesting is it seems really empty from the bottom to you. To the human's perspective, it's just like, all right, well, is that the end of it? Is that it? You know, oh, well, I've been walking across this land for so long, I made it to the water. And then here's you and the cat, which you probably can't see from there. So now the adult and the inner self is the outer inner worlds are commingling here. That's in the right place. And then someone's just like, well, is that it? Again, I guess I can't go any farther with this. Tower. But I think that mentality where it's just like, well, it's kind, I don't know if it's fuck it exactly world, but it's an acceptance of this full cycle. And it's just like, well, here we are. Now we're here. And again, you need to figure out for yourself where your pattern is in relation to this timing. Because it's almost as if when a person finally is just like, well, fuck it. Not destructively. Because this is making conscientious choices for oneself, right? It's not empowering when things happen to us when we think, I can't do shit. I can't do anything about that, especially when it comes to guilt in the heart about the past. About what we didn't, coulda, shoulda, woulda do. Which is going to be kind of, I think, hard for Taurus a little bit because of the Jupiter. I heard the Jupiter in you. Maybe some of you don't have a very strong Jupiter placement. Jupiter in Gemini is also not it's a detrimental place for it to be. It's challenging. But the point of the story is, like, once we go over this, and I think this needs to be discussed a little bit more, what happens here is it's almost as if Spirit is like, this has to do with the nodes. Spirit is actually like filling that, the top of the hourglass is way bigger than what it looks like on the bottom. You know, you're like, wait, it can't be any fuller than this. Like, it's all the way up to here. Like, it must be over, right? You see this little thing, but it's like, no, dude. It goes like... It's like this... There's a whole hand here. Look, it's like Jupiter. There's like this Ace of Cups kind of energy, and it's just this whole thing. Now, I don't know where this goes. Maybe we have to do some kind of emptying. You probably can't see anything I'm doing right now. Alright, Taurus, we're going to leave that like that, because I feel like we could keep going, and again, there's going to be so many people that don't even understand what the fuck I'm saying, and that's fine. I'm glad that you do. Thank you for being here, and even if you don't, and you're already gone, I wish you the best of luck. I'll talk to you next time. Peace out.